right. Well, we're in ENR's studios here in the Empire State Building, and we're delighted to have NKY here to be as our guest. Could you tell me a little bit about NKY and what your plans are as a company for the future?
Sure. Thank you for having us, first of all, and thank you for the lovely event last night, the Global Best Projects. My name is Ömer Ünlü. I am the General Coordinator of NKY Architects and Engineers. NKY is a global design and project management company. We are headquartered in Turkey, but we have offices in Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and Bangladesh. We are designing, engineering, and supervising a lot of public buildings. That's one of our core business: healthcare, schools, commercial buildings, cultural facilities. But as I said, we are trying to expand both geographically and also in different sectors. Geographically speaking, as I said, we are already very active in the Gulf and Asia Pacific, but we are trying to also share our experience and our lessons learned with the Western world as well, outside of Europe or Africa. We are expanding there. And sectorally speaking, of course, infrastructure is getting more and more attention every year. So we are trying to expand our business to cover water, energy, transportation, and environment. So those are the goals that currently NKY is pursuing.
And what does NKY offer as a company and as your expertise in those markets as you enter them?
Well, I mean, we have a very large expert pool. We are employing people currently already from maybe more than 10 different nationalities. So we have a very large presence. We are not contractors, we're not builders, we're not a retailer, we just do design and engineering. So human resources and that capacity is the biggest thing to us. It's very dear to us. So we are employing a lot of people in different levels, different backgrounds, different nationalities. So that brings a lot of power to our team. And to be honest, we also work very fast. That's one of the, I would say, major selling points for NKY. We deliver quality projects in short times, and that is what we are doing in the countries we are present in.
Okay. So last night, as you mentioned, we celebrated our Global Best Projects Awards, and you were one of the finalists for Project of the Year.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the hospital and what you learned from that experience. And it sounds like you have a lot of upcoming work in the healthcare sector.
Yeah.
So how are you applying those lessons learned on those projects, both on the PPP side and also the scale of the project?
Yeah, I mean, the award last night was for Bill Kent City Hospital. It is a 3,700 bed, 1.3 million square meter hospital. And we were there together with our client CCN. Turkey started this healthcare reform with especially PPP projects back in 2005, and we have been working ever since in the ground zero. And what we have done is we have designed a lot of them for the contractors, and we are also supervising most of them for the Ministry of Health. And it is a success story, I can say that, because, for example, European countries and CIS countries are now after the Turkish experience in PPP. And companies like ourselves is also trying to share that experience. So having that transformation was actually successful in Turkey. Of course, size is an issue we always discuss among ourselves as well. I mean, these are huge hospitals. This is like a campus. But, patient comfort is very important, of course. But the reason behind that was mostly the scarce resources that, Turkey had back then. Number of doctors, nurses, and also the medical resources, that was quite scarce. So what we tried to condense those resources into large buildings. But as I said, they're also departmentalized within themselves. So the patient comfort and travel distances is not affected that much. I can say that.
Mm-hmm. So when you look at the current global situation, both economically and politically, what keeps you and NKY up at night?
Mm-hmm. I mean, NKY is a 30-year-old company, but we have a very young management team as well. My colleagues like myself, and what we are doing is we are trying to, I can say our risk appetite. That's the word I'm going to use is high, and we want to learn, even if there's something we don't know. We associate with people, we hire new people, and we try to expand our market shares and everything. And to be honest, going to other places, we already have 5 branch offices in the world, but having more branch offices, having more physical presence in different countries, and employing more people are the key drivers, I would say, to our company. And hopefully we will achieve that.